Here is a representation of how our game works by putting different inputs and to see if they were different, to check if they're okay or no. And yeah. The system that we made was a game of Jeopardy! In the game, the player had three different categories to choose from. A, which was geography, B, which was history, and C, which was sports. From each of the categories, you could choose between 100, 200, and 500 points. If the user chose a bigger number, the question was harder, and the question throughout all the program couldn't be repeated. The user could also choose to end the game either in the middle of the program or when the questions were finished. In the end of the program, the user would be given their points depending on how much they made throughout the whole game. The inputs we had on our code were to choose the category and to choose which question. The calculations we used were to put the points, to end the game, and for the questions to not be able to be repeated all around the code. We used loops all around the program to validate our questions and for it to repeat every time the user had to make another question. Also, depending on what the user chose, the program went a different way, just as it should have. The only output we had on the program was for the final points. To improve the system, I believe that we could have added one more category to make it more fun and to have more options for the user to choose. Also, to make the questions a bit more interactive throughout all of our game, to make it easier for the user to play with it and to understand it, and also to enjoy it. The project helped me in development of the competencies of computational thinking because I learned how hard it really is to make a very simple looking program. I learned all the mistakes that you could make because I stayed for a long time trying to solve them. But after a lot of tries, I learned how to fix everything and it finally worked. I also learned about collaboration because with my team, we had to share a lot of different opinions on how to change the program and for it to finally be perfect. Thank you.